Good and exciting things which will happen to you when you become sober. Becoming sober isn't just giving up a habit. It's about, in my case, rediscovering yourself again. For years I felt trapped. I was a prisoner to alcohol, the best way I can describe it. At times in the end it became torture. You can reclaim your life, open the door again to endless possibilities, things you can do, things you wanted to do when you were younger. And in my case, alcohol took over my life quite young, to be fair. You feel completely different when you start to get sober. It's a new journey, isn't it? And once you get sober, your recovery can be quite rapid, actually. Because you've got rid of all the poison, haven't you? That's what you've been doing for years, putting poison in your body. And one of the first things you'll notice is your health will improve. Not just your physical health, but your mental health as well. So as the alcohol, or drugs in some cases, leaves your system, your body will start to heal itself. You'll notice that firstly in the way you feel more relaxed, and also in your skin as well. My skin was terrible when I used to drink, all blotchy and it was grey really. It didn't look very well at all, it just looked unwell. And if you look at heavy drinkers, they don't look well, do they? The first thing, when you're on the improve, the doctor will say is, you look well. I'm sure these doctors know that you, just by looking at you, the way you talk, the way you act, the way you walk, the way you appear, there's a lot to be said about how well you are inside, really. I mean, obviously you've got to have scans and things, make sure you haven't got some illness, but somebody looks well, they feel well, it has a lot of advantages. There's so much can go in the positive for you when you stop drinking, because everything's negative when you drink, isn't it? Even your finances go down the hill. Relationships will flourish again. When you're sober, you probably haven't been in touch with maybe your old mates. You've probably been stuck in a pub somewhere with what I would call people in a rut, as I was. The same old people, same old place, same old bars, same old time of the day. And I've got old associates, so something to see now, who are still in the same place, i.e. the same part of the bar, in the same seats. Bit sad, isn't it? But I was like that at one point, so I'm not going to criticise anybody. But if you can get out of that, your life will improve massively. These are all good things that are going to happen to you. Your health, your wealth, the way you look at things, you'll have a future again. Also, another thing, your productivity will soar. When your mind's clear, you can focus better, make decisions more easily. Because I made a lot of bad decisions when I used to drink. In fact, I would say 95% of my bad decisions were when I had a drink, because that's the way it was. Because you lose your judgment, don't you, when you've had a few drinks, and you do things you wouldn't normally do, and you look back and think, goodness me, I wouldn't have done that. Or stronger words than that in my case, but never mind. So sobriety can open the door to career growth. You can rekindle old hobbies, maybe find new hobbies, different interests. One of mine was just getting out walking, really, because I was in a wheelchair 3 years ago. I was so weak and so imbalanced, shall we say, through, it took me 2 years to get to any sort of level of reasonable health after a lot of muscle wastage and things like that. So that's another thing, you can open up your life again, you can rekindle old hobbies, get into something new. The big thing for me is exercise, to be fair, and also I learned to cook. You make some nice healthy meals, because cooking's a big thing. You've got to eat the right foods, because your body, you need good fuel for your body, don't you? Another unexpected thing is the peace of mind you get, because I don't know about you, but my life was in chaos when I drank. Very chaotic. And you don't have this anxiety-filled feeling. I didn't feel anxiety just in the mornings, I felt anxiety all the time. Every little bill that came through, every knock at the door, I thought it was very edgy, if that makes sense, and a bit detached from life. But when your mind's clear, you become stronger. You've got a strong mind, you've got a strong body as well, and you become able to cope with things. Nobody says that when you're sober you don't have issues, because everyone's got issues in life. That's just the way life is. But you can deal with them, you can cope with them. When you got anxiety, I had severe anxiety. I couldn't travel, well, I couldn't speak to people well, I lost all of my self-confidence, and I mean all of it. I was unrecognisable. It's taken me 5 years to get back to any semblance of order, to be fair, where I can put myself across, I'm confident, I know what I'm doing, I know what I want, I know where I'm going now. And all this, if I hadn't stopped 5 years ago, I'd be dead now. I know that for a fact, because the doctors told me that. And some of you watching this are probably a lot less into the drink than I was, or a lot less further down the road. Some will be further down the road, but it's never too late to stop. As soon as you stop, you'll feel the benefits. There's all these different things that come along, and it's exciting to have a life again. I had no life when I drank. Now my life's really good, and I'm excited for my future. I had no future in the past. I was in this rut with a lot of other people, and none of us could get out of it, to be honest. We never really made a big effort to get out of it, because it was easier to go to the pub and just sit and moan about life, talk about sport, talk about nonsense, have a few more drinks and hope the next day will be better. It never was better. Not my case anyway. So you'll also, just in your own self, have more self-respect. You'll look after yourself. Self-care will come back. You know, you'll shower, you'll get your hair cut, you'll have a shave. See people who drink heavily, they're quite dishevelled generally. I'm talking about people who, you know, had good careers and all sorts. When the drink gets a hold of you, it stops you from living a normal life, really. You grab a bit of food here and there, you don't feel well, you feel nauseous, you don't sleep properly. There's hundreds of different things will go wrong when you drink. So the excitement of the future is what you can do, what you can discover, what you can plan. You can start to travel again. You don't need to be a millionaire. You can save up now. Because the amount of money you save from drinking, it'll soon mount up. Stick in a decent investment fund somewhere, or even just in the bank. Because you're pouring out all this cash on drinks and ancillary costs such as taxis and drinks you're buying for other people who you don't really know. And you get a bit, well, I suppose a bit stupid with your cash when you have a few drinks. You start buying drinks for other people. You get into a round of drinks, you have 2 or 3 drinks, and then you're buying 5 or 6 for other people. Or you've got a big round of drinks, it's like 30 quid. It's a massive saving every week, every month. That's a massive thing, that. So you've got some purpose now, some passion for life again, I think. It's the big thing. As I've mentioned earlier, it's a future. You've got a future. If you've got kids, you can, you can take them away. You've got more money to spend on your partner, on yourself. You get better clothes. You can upgrade your flat, upgrade your car. If you can't drive, you can learn to drive. Maybe go with the odd weekend. None of this you could do. None of this I could do when I was drinking, because I didn't have the funds. And the main reason I couldn't do it, I didn't have the confidence to book a ticket for a train even. I couldn't fly. Years ago I stopped flying, but the last couple of years I've been flying quite a lot. I'm fine now. The anxiety for some people never goes away apparently. But mine went straight away. I wasn't anxious anymore. And I was back to my sort of confident self. There's all these things together make a very exciting future. I talk a lot about the doom and gloom of illness. But if you can beat this, it makes a massive difference to your life, and you will have a life now. Because if you don't beat it, or if you let it beat you, you'll die young. That's a fact. You've got to really make an effort. If you want to contact me, I'm not a doctor, but I've got a lot of practical experience. Drop me a line. I've also got an ebook out. Please subscribe. There's a lot of videos on there. There's a lot of interesting people commented on the videos as well. Read the comments. Get back to me, and have a great night.